All right, sweet. Welcome everybody. Thank you guys for joining Whitney and I. So today we're going to do 30 minutes of yoga and 30 minutes of guided meditation. I'll be leading the yoga portion, and then at 3:30 I'll switch it over to Whitney for meditation. And yeah, so today we're focusing on 420 yoga. Specifically, you can come exactly as you are, or you can use CBD or cannabis for illegal to enhance your experience. So CBD, for those of you who have not taken it before, has a lot of healing effects, especially for folks who suffer from arthritis. So the yoga that I'm teaching is specifically meant for opening up joints. Again, you can do it just how you are, but if you use CBD as well, it can be helpful for releasing some tension in the joints, some inflammation, and it also helps with recovery after yoga or workouts. So we're going to start with a breathing exercise called alternate nose breathing, or Anulom Vilom, or Nadi Shodhana. And basically we're going to inhale through one nostril, hold, exhale through the other nostril, hold, inhale back through that nostril, hold, exhale. So we'll alternate breathing through the left and the right nostril. If at any point you ever need to take a break during class, or you just want to sit and watch for a while, that's totally wonderful. Please don't force yourself, in yoga or in meditation, to do something that you're not comfortable with. So we'll just start in a comfortable seated position. There's different kind of nidras or hand gestures that you can use for this breathing, but I'll just show you the one that I think is simple. So think about hang 10, okay? I'll show you a couple times and then we'll practice together. So I'm going to exhale completely. Notice that I'm not mirroring you. I'm going to close my right nostril and inhale through my left nostril. I'm going to hold. Then I'm going to open my right nostril and exhale through my right nostril. I'll hold. I'm going to inhale through my right nostril. Close. And exhale through the left nostril. Inhaling. Exhaling. So you get the gist. So again, sit in a comfortable seated position. Think about surfs up. Take a moment to completely exhale. Again, remembering that I'm not mirroring you. So exhale through both nostrils. When you're ready, close your right nostril with your right thumb. Slowly inhale through your left nose. Clamp and hold. Slowly exhale through your right nose. Hold. Slowly inhale through your right nose. Hold. Slowly exhale through your left nose. Hold. Slowly inhale through your left nose. Hold. Slowly exhale through your right nose. Hold. Continuing on at your own pace. You might notice that one nose is a little bit more open than the other, and through this breathing, we're trying to even them out. It's a great way to calm the central nervous system. Noticing any shoulder tension. Sit upright. Traditionally, we would say that the left side of the body is lunar, feminine, a little bit more sleepy. So if you're sleepy, you might notice that the left nostril is more dominant. Right side being masculine, solar, a little bit more energetic, yang energy. If your right nostril is more dominant, you might find you're in a more awake state. And again, we're just trying to even the yin and the yang. When you're ready, do one more breath. And when you're ready, arms down by your side. Take a slow inhale through your nose and a slow exhale through your nose. Slow inhale through your nose, stretching up through the crown of the head. Slow exhale through the nose, letting the shoulders relax. We'll start with a gentle neck shoulder stretch. Again, noticing that I'm not mirroring you. You're going to stretch up out of the crown of your head and then slowly bring your right ear to your right shoulder, stretching the left side. Try to even your weight on both hips, keeping the shoulders even. As you're ready, slowly rolling the chin down to the chest, stretching the back of the neck, compressing the throat. And then rolling to the left, so left ear to left shoulder, dropping the right shoulder down. Evenly distribute your body weight on your hips. Think about lengthening the chest, the spine, maybe bringing the left ear closer to the left shoulder or easing up. Good, rolling back down to center, chin to chest. And then slowly lifting the head back up to center. This time we'll add arms. So lift your left arm up and slowly stretch to the right side of the room, feeling a nice stretch all along the left side body. Relax the right shoulder down. Maybe bring the right shoulder a little forward so the chest stays open. You can push into the floor with your right hand. When you're ready, left arm back down. Other side, right arm up. Stretching the right hand to the left side of the room. Relax the left shoulder. Notice if all the weight's in the left hip. Try to evenly distribute your body weight on both butt cheeks. Good, and then slowly bringing the hand back down, down to center. Next, we'll come to tabletop for cat-cow. She'll show you from the front and from the side. Okay, standing in tabletop, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. And for cat-cow, you'll start by dropping your belly, sticking your butt up, looking up towards the ceiling. Move. And then slowly bringing your tailbone down, chin to chest, rounding the spine like a cat, meow. Pull the belly in, shoulders away from the ears. Slowly inhaling, belly down, chest and hips up, shoulders back away from the ears. Try to squeeze the shoulders together, open the chest. And then slowly exhaling, pulling the belly in, rounding the spine up to the ceiling, rooting down through the palms. Hips a little closer to the ribs, chin to chest. Let's do a few more at your own pace. Can go slow. We're starting to stretch out the wrists as well as move the spine and wake up the abdominal wall. When you're back bending, let the belly be soft, chest up. And when you're rounding the spine, pulling the belly button up towards the ceiling. Let's do two more. I'm going to move the view on this a little bit. Okay, great. And when you're ready, coming back to center, here's where the fun joint opening stuff starts to happen. We're going to move the hands in different directions. So first, you're going to have your wrists in and your fingers out. Keep the fingers under the wrists under the shoulders so hands aren't too far apart. If you need to bend the elbows, that's okay. Then we'll go back into cat-cow, lifting the chest, sticking your butt up, looking up to the ceiling. And then tucking the tailbone under, stretching the shoulders apart, rounding the spine. Inhaling, belly down, chest up, looking up towards the ceiling. Exhaling, pulling the belly in, trying to bring your hips a little bit closer to your rib cage, stretching shoulder blades, scapula apart. Doing a few more at your own pace. So we're getting some movement through the neck, the spine, the hips. We're also starting to open up through all 28 knuckles, the wrists, elbows. Let's do 2 more. I just realized I never told you to start the music, but if you want to start the Spotify playlist now, you're welcome to. Sorry about that. Okay, when you're ready, back to center. Here's where it gets really fun. Ready? This time, fingers towards your knees, wrists towards the top of your mat. You might need to bend the elbows out a little bit, okay? Cat-cow, looking up, and looking down. Especially if you're using your computer more than normal these days, okay? These really good for stretching out the knuckles, the wrists. Doing a few more at your own rate. Notice if you want to go deeper or ease up. Maybe bringing the chin closer to the chest, maybe not. Let's do 2 more. And as you're ready, returning back to center. Okay, last one. This is the most fun. Ready? You're gonna flip your palms so that the knuckles face the floor. My wrist just cracked. Wrist facing the front of your mat, fingers to your knees. Does that make sense? So palms down, so palms face the ceiling, knuckles face the floor this time. And you might need to bend the elbows out, and that's okay. And then as you're ready, cat-cowing, looking up, inhale, tucking in, exhale. If your wrists are burning right now, I promise it gets easier. This is something that you can do a couple times every day and it pays off pretty quickly, yeah? Again, bending the elbows if you need to, never going to a point of pain. Okay, for the last 2, as an added challenge, I'm gonna encourage you to try to squeeze your palms into fists. And again, this is something that gets easier the more you do it, eventually balling up the hands. Doing 2 more here. Squeezing tight. Getting a little bit more range of motion, control of the body and the mind. Okay, great. And when you're ready, let that go, sit on your heels, and then you can roll out your wrists a little bit, can do the wave, lots of fun options. Okay, good for you. Sweet. From here, we're gonna go into a toe stretch. So we just stretched the wrists. Now we're gonna stretch through the toes and the ankles. I'll show you from the side. So eventually you're gonna tuck your toes under and sit down on your heels. You wanna flip the toes out. This can be quite intense. You are welcome to like ease up a little bit and have the toes down. Okay, eventually toes under, can open your knees, and eventually knees come off the floor. So from the front, again, at first you're leaning forward a little bit, taking weight off of the toes. Eventually sitting down, try to keep toes, heels together. You wanna pull the pinky toes out. And we're just gonna hold here. And for me, it starts to burn around 5 seconds. So if it's burning for you, that's fine. And just stretching out through the toes. We often just kind of like let our feet hang out, or they're in shoes, or there's just blood pooling in the toes. So this is a really great way to stretch through the toes, the soles of the feet, the ankles. Try to sit upright. Take a slow inhale through your nose. Slow exhale through your nose. Slow inhale through the nose. Slow exhale through the nose. You can do it. One more. Slow inhale through the nose. Even slower exhale through the nose. Great. To release out, put your hands on the floor and then untuck your feet and then give them a little back and forth, tap, tap, tap to roll out the feet. This is one of the things I miss doing in Whitney's class because it's so fun when everybody makes this sound at once, but just imagine a symphony of sound. Okay, great. Again, that's a stretch that if you do every day, it pays off pretty quickly, just like a minute a day and you're good to go. Okay, sweet. From here, returning to tabletop, we're gonna thread the needle. So bring your right hand up to the sky, looking up to the right arm, and then bring the right arm through the left arm, left leg, looking to the left side of the room, okay? Eventually right here on the floor, notice if your hips are moving to one side, you want right hip over right knee, left hip over left knee. Eventually right here on the floor, you can stay here or lift the left arm up and then roll it back into a bind. Stretching out the right shoulder, and it's a nice like chest opener. You're opening your chest to the left side of the room, eventually to the ceiling. Nice spine twist. Try to keep the hips even. Great, and then if you have the bind, release the bind, left arm back to the floor. Slowly reversing out, so lift the right arm up, look up to the ceiling. Exhale, right arm down. Other side, good. Inhale, left arm up, looking up to your left thumb, up to the ceiling. Exhale, threading the needle, left arm through the right arm, palm to the ceiling. One day left ear to the floor. Maybe bring left hip to left so two hips are even. Can stay here or lift your right arm up, wrap around, eventually grabbing the left thigh with the right hand for a bind. Think about twisting, opening the chest to the right side of the room to keep the hips even. Eyes open, looking to the right, maybe right shoulder back and down. Good, and as you're ready, lifting the right arm up, right arm back down, inhale, lifting left arm up, exhale, left arm down. Great. From here, we're gonna go into down dog. So from your tabletop, tuck your toes under and then lift your hips up. I'll show you from the side. Eventually your heels will touch the floor. Doesn't have to be today. The heels can be lifted, knees can be a little bit. You can walk your hips and knees out one by one. To test the length of your down dog, roll forward for a step in plank. You want your wrists under your shoulders. Nice, good stuff. And then lifting the hips back up to down dog. You want your hands about shoulder width distance and your feet hip width distance. Root down through all 28 knuckles, all the palms, the space between your thumbs and your index fingers. Okay, and from here we're gonna go into a lunge. So lift your right leg up, bend your right knee into the chest, and try to plant your right foot between your hands. Great, I'll show you from the side, okay? You can stay here. You can bend the left knee to come down to the floor if this is too much. When you're ready, you're gonna lift up into a high lunge. Press the left hip forward, trying to square off the hips. Okay, you can stay here. Again, you can also come down onto the knee at any point. When you're ready, look up to the ceiling. And if that feels okay, bring the arms back with the ears for a heart opener, back bend. Left hip forward. Notice if your right knee is going to the right or left of the ankle. Trying to square off the hips, knee over the ankle. Good, if you're doing a back bend, come back up to center. Spiral your left foot out, so left heel onto the floor, and bring your arms out for warrior. Again, notice if your right knee is coming to the left or right of your ankle, you want the knee over the ankle. For a nice wrist stretch, if you haven't had enough, can bring your fingers, I should say, up to the ceiling, looking over your right shoulder towards the front of your mat. When you're ready, left arm down to left thigh, right arm up, reversing the warrior. From here, we're going to go into the balance section. So warrior 3, in Bikram we call this balancing stick. Now rotate your arms back. Lift your left heel up, back into your lunge, arms up, and then shift your weight to your right leg. And when you're ready, go forward. Nice. Okay, you can have the arms out to the side, right? Whatever feels good for you. If you fall, that's fine. A little bit of a balance challenge here. Okay. When you're ready, lifting back up into tree pose for 420 fun. So there's different variations of tree. We're gonna do the Bikram style where you want your foot on top of your thigh. Okay, at first it's low, eventually heel to costume. You can have one or both hands together. I'm gonna move my camera angle a little bit. You can have one or both hands together. Okay, you can stay here or you can start to bend the knee and sit down. We're not gonna go into toe stand, it's just a little bit of a hip opener. So it should feel like this. Beautiful. If your knee is bent for a tree, lifting back up so the right leg is straight. We're gonna try to keep the left foot off the floor, reversing back into warrior through your balancing stick. Very nice, and as you're ready, pressing your left foot back into the floor for a high lunge. Lift your left heel up, left hip forward. So from the side, it'll look like this. So you're trying to press your left hip forward, right knee over right ankle. From here, we're rounding the spine, so chin to chest, round your spine, hands to floor, forehead to knee, very similar to standing separate leg head to knee in the Bikram series. When you're ready, tuck your left knee down, so left knee on the floor. Again, rounding the spine, pull the belly in. When you're ready, chin away from your chest, put your hands on the floor, bring your right knee back into tabletop. And from here, we're gonna do a little chaturanga. So bend the elbows in, going down, and then lifting up. Upward dog. So for this, we're gonna do like a Bikram style cobra rather than the full up dog. You're welcome to do up dog if you're familiar with that. Great. From here, tuck your toes back under. We'll go back into down dog. So lifting the hips up. You can walk the knees up, right, left. You can eventually heels sinking down to the floor. It doesn't have to be today. Okay, and we'll do the other side. So this time, lift your left leg up. Bend your left knee into your chest. Try to plant your left foot between your palms. We're not symmetrical. This side might feel different for a variety of reasons. That's fine. Remember, you can always drop your right knee down to the floor. When you're ready, coming up into a high lunge. Right hip forward. Beautiful. Everybody looks great. You can stay here. You can have your right knee down. Or if you want, look up towards the ceiling. Pressing the right hip forward. Dropping the head back. Arms back. Little back bend. Heart opener. Good. When you're ready, coming up. Bring your right heel down to the floor so your right foot comes out to warrior. So keep the left knee bent, right leg straight, right foot flat on the floor, two heels in line. Notice if your left knee is coming to the right of your ankle. Try to get the knee tracking with the ankle. You can flip your fingers up to the ceiling, stretching the arms apart, maybe sitting down lower. Nice. When you're ready, reversing the warrior. Right hand to left thigh, left arm up, looking up for your left palm. Okay, coming back into warrior. It's time, so to spiral out, get your right heel up to the ceiling, right hip forward, deep lunge, very nice. Warrior through your balancing stick, shifting your weight to your left leg, and then leaning forward. One day, body parallel to the floor, like a T like Tom, not a broken umbrella. You can keep your hands together, separate them, have them out to the side, have a little bit of fun today. You're in Bikram, we're like very militant and every detail has to be the same, but here, have a little fun. Okay, from here, going back into tree pose, your balance challenge, keep your right foot off the floor. Again, at first the foot on top of the thigh, one to heel to costume. You're trying to get the sole of foot flat to ceiling. It's a little bit of a different tree than the one where the foot's on the inside, and the foot on the top of the thigh. You can have your hands together. If it feels good, you can bend your knee. Balance is hard. You can bend your knee and sit down a little bit. Everybody looks great. Nice. Okay, when you're ready, straightening the left leg. Balance challenge, keep your right foot off the floor, reversing back into warrior 3. Body down, heel up. As you're ready, stepping the right foot back down to the floor, bending the left knee into a deep lunge. Great. Again, head to knee pose. Keep the right heel lifted, round forward. Head to knee, deep bend in the left knee. You can have your hands together or separate. Pull the belly in. Good. From here, bend your right knee back down to the floor, untuck your toes. For those of you who've done salute to the gods and goddesses, right, it's a little bit similar. 6 inches between your heel and your knee, round the spine. Okay, and as you're ready, chin away from your chest, plant your hands on the floor if they're not there already, back into tabletop. And then a baby chaturanga, hug your elbows in, lowering down, and then lifting up, cobra. Very nice. Looking up, squeeze your butt, hands down. Okay, from here, lower down for 1 second, chin to floor. And then when you're ready, lift your thighs and hands off the floor. Keep the elbows bent. So you're trying to lift the feet off the floor. You can have your feet together or separate. Very nice, slowly lowering down. This time, arms out. So if you practice with me, it's full locust, right? You can have your feet a little apart or together. Arms out to the sides, like airplane wings. Good, slowly lower down. This time, arms back behind you, trying to get the thighs and chest off the floor. Palms close to the thighs, palms face in. Thumbs towards the floor, pinkies towards the ceiling. Very nice, lowering down, bringing the arms back out to the side. Everybody looks great. These postures are really good, not just for strengthening the spine, but for opening the chest. You're building a lot of strength in the back muscles to help you sit upright every day. Slowly lower down. And this time, arms out in front of you, maybe arms at the ears, palms facing in, thumbs to the ceiling, pinkies towards the floor. Good, nice. Slowly lower down, take a breath. Floor bow Dhanurasana. Bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside. If you can't grab both feet, just grab one foot. Okay. Slowly lower down and look up. So if you're grabbing one foot, you'll grab your right foot with your right hand, left arm out in front, lifting up. Take a slow inhale, slow exhale. Slowly lower down, take a moment to breathe. And then second set, you can grab both feet or the opposite foot and lift up. So if you've got both feet, notice if your knees are way wider than your hips. Try to bring the knees in, feet out, wrists straight. Good, slowly lower down. Take a moment, arms down by your sides. Look to the right, left ear on the towel, toes together, heels fall open. Slow inhale through the nose. Slow exhale through the nose. Good, now look to the left, right ear on the towel. Slow inhale through the nose. Slow exhale through the nose. Good, so we'll finish with child's pose, everybody's favorite, right? Put your hands on the floor, push up, open your knees, have your feet together and lower down for a nice back stretch. Start to walk your hands to the right side of your mat, pressing the left hip towards the left heel, stretching the left side body. Walk your hands back to center, take a breath. Think about stretching the fingers forward, hips down, lengthening the spine. Another side, walk your hands to the left, stretching the right side body. Try to press the right hip to the right. Good. When you're ready, walking the hands back in to the center. Great. From here, put your hands on the floor, roll back up. Chin to chest, vertebra by vertebra by vertebra, head up last. Take a moment, look up to the ceiling. Maybe drop the head back. Then slowly coming back up, chin to chest, knees together, rounding down. And then slowly come back up, rounding the spine, uncurling vertebra by vertebra by vertebra. Look up to the ceiling, maybe head back, chest up, squeezing shoulder blades together. And then slowly bringing the head back to center, tucking chin to chest, rounding the spine. Take a moment here with your head to the floor. Thank yourself for practicing yoga today, for taking some time to breathe and sit with your body. The beauty of yoga, the beauty of meditation is the mind-body connection, right? So we're not just focusing on moving the body, twisting the spine, strengthening the back. We're truly checking in, noticing how we're feeling in the postures, not just physically, but what sensations, thought patterns, emotions come up, and then letting them go through the breath. As you're ready, roll back to center, and we'll find a comfortable seated position. Take a slow inhale through your nose, and a slow exhale through your nose. Thank you guys so much for practicing yoga with me. I'm gonna turn it over to Whitney now for 30 minutes of meditation. Love you guys.
Oh, so you can unmute me. Perfect. Thank you so much, Kelly. That felt awesome. Can everyone hear me okay? Give me like a thumbs up or something. Awesome. Perfect. From here is good too? All right, perfect. So as you were, so just getting comfortable in a seated position. If you have a cushion around or a block or something that will make it a little bit easier on your sit bones, feel free to just cushion underneath your hips so that you can stay. We're not going to stay in seated for the entire time. We'll stay in seated maybe for the first 10 minutes, and then the last 20 will be yoga nidra. So just wherever you can be comfortably seated. And it doesn't really matter what you're doing with your legs. If sitting cross-legged isn't sustainable for you, you can extend your legs, you can sit in Sukhasana, you can sit in like saddle pose where you fold your legs back if that feels better for you. But whatever it is, just take a couple movements, like open your mouth, slacken your jaw, maybe stick your tongue out, begin to relax your face. Promise that it's not at you that I'm sticking my tongue. So you can begin to close the eyes. Try to have the eyelids be smooth and relaxed. Try to soften the lips, let the tongue relax in the mouth. And luckily for our last half hour of movement, we're hopefully already feeling into the body. So if you'd like, you can take one hand onto your high heart. So the left hand will go right at the top of your sternum, and then the right hand will go right to the center of the sternum, right over the heart. So just feeling into the chest. And feeling into the breath as you inhale, rib cage expanding. And as you exhale, releasing anything from the past, anything that is no longer serving you here, just sending it away from the body through the breath, let it go. Inhaling the present, the now. Exhaling any residual sensations or emotions within the body. Just becoming fully present of all the smallest spaces within the body. And beginning to notice where you might still be holding some tension. So again, can you slacken your jaw? Can you loosen the shoulders? And if it feels too uncomfortable with the hands over the heart, you're welcome to keep your hands down at the sides. But if you have not already for your practice this evening, if you would like to set an intention, a sankalpa, a dedication, This practice is really geared toward it because after this, we're going to be chanting Buddhist mantra. It's very simple, don't worry. And so just feeling into the heart and really listening through the heart for any messages that it might be holding for you. Maybe beginning to tune into the rhythm of the pulse, the cadence of the breath. And if you are observing Sankalpa intention setting this evening, just really holding that intention within this space below your hands. And we're going to seal this Sankalpa, this intention this evening, by joining our voices in the next chant. So you might have heard it. It's probably the most common Buddhist chant that there is besides Om. And it's Om Mani Padme Hum, which means hail to the jewel of the lotus. So in the Buddhist theory, there's a heart within the heart, right? And that's like your highest heart or your most precious heart. So we'll be saying it 12 times for the 12 petals of the heart chakra. So if you feel like it, we can do call and repeat. So I'll do Om Mani Padme Hum, and you can repeat it the first time, and then the rest of the times, the other 11 times, we'll do it together. So I'll start, and there is a mudra, so your right hand is going to be open, and then your left thumb is going to go inside your right palm, and then you're going to wrap the left thumb with the whole right fist, and then the left hand goes over the back of the right. So it's like you're holding on to a very precious jewel, right, which is your inner heart. So just holding that mudra over the heart center. And technically, the Mani Padme is pronounced as one word, but for the purposes of call and repeat, I'm just going to separate it so that you know what you're saying. It's 6 distinct syllables. So we'll begin taking a deep inhale. Om Mani Padme Hum. So the next 11 I'll do with you. Inhale. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Sitting with that resonance. Noticing any shifts in perception or consciousness or sensation. It is said that that mantra encapsulates the 84,000 dharmas and numerous sutras on which the Buddhism, the Tantric Buddhism is based. So it's really effective. You can chant it up to 108 times if you would like. And the active mantra just helps us to vibrate externally and internally a little bit more coherently. So for the next part, If you have the space, you don't necessarily have to, but if you can lie down, I invite you to lie down and get comfortable, maybe cushion your head or maybe cushion underneath your knees. If you feel better staying in seated, maybe just make sure that you're leaning against something just so you, in case you do end up getting a little bit beyond this realm of consciousness, that you are supported in so doing. So nice to see everyone. I really miss all of you guys. Thank you all for being here. So once you're ready to come to your comfortable position, again, just make sure, maybe find your Shavasana position if you'd like. If you enjoyed the sensation of the hands over the high and the anatomical heart, then you're welcome to keep the hands there, maybe just making sure that your elbows are supported. And it's perfect. We have exactly 20 minutes to get the Yoga Nidra done, which is great timing. So again, just returning to your breath. Maybe if you'd like to return to the breathing that we were doing with Holly, just an inhaling, feeling the lungs expand, feeling your chest and heart expand. And exhale, just sinking down into the floor, becoming aware of the entire body. If you have a tendency to get cool, if you're cooling down from class, maybe you can grab a blanket, if you like. And from here, let your head be neutral. Let your legs easily fall down side and begin to notice if the right and the left sides are symmetric, taking any adjustments that you need here to make sure that both sides are even. Maybe walking the shoulder blades, walking the hips, getting the lower back comfortable, palms outstretched if not on the heart. Now allowing the eyes to close. Staring at the backs of the eyelids. Engaging your peripheral vision and allowing the eyes to sink back and wide into the eye sockets. Relaxing your tongue in your mouth and swallow, tracking the energy of release down through the mouth, all the way to the stomach. This is a practice of deep relaxation to guide you through your conscious awareness. So it's observing, if you're familiar with the 8 limbs, the 5th limb, Sankalpa, withdrawal of the senses through rotation of the senses. Through this practice, we can enable the consciousness of ourselves to come into a vibrational frequency, which was also assisted by our mantra, and creating the optimal blueprint for your spirit, your human body. Position your mental awareness to stay as awake and alert as you can throughout this practice. Stillness of this outer form will inspire and allow the inner fluctuation of the thoughts to take a cue towards quieter landscape. And begin to notice the natural pregnant pauses at the top of the inhale and the bottom of the exhale. And if the thoughts are still occurring, just allowing those thoughts, coming to the awareness, observing, acknowledging, watching and observing their fluctuations. Just releasing any resistance you might be holding, arising inside this moment. Widen the bones of the pelvis, the bones of the skull. Allow both to sink into the soft receptivity of the earth. Widen the central channel of your spinal column. Feel a mercurial widening of the abdominal organs, the lungs, giving more space for your soft beating heart. The bones on either side of your nose begin to widen. And the muscles of your face soften into any expression, any personality, any emotion gently melts off your face. Any hardness that you might still find in the body, trusting that you are here in a safe environment, feeling like a newborn, softness and liquidity taking over your entire system, feeling the bones, the joints, the muscles starting to pool to the back of the body, and the edge of where you end and the atmosphere around you becomes more and more fluid. Knowing that your relaxation is a choice. It is a choice to return to your natural state. Beginning to feel relaxation within the brain. Anything that identifies matter into things that are separate from yourself, relaxing that part of your mind. The sounds outside and inside this room, my voice, the sound of your beating heart, the temperature of this room, the light dancing at the backs of the eyelids, all become reduced to the vibration of light and sound. The ear is beginning to receive merely as vibration, rather than any preference or dislike. Begin to feel the vibration of yourselves, the vibration of your environment. The electricity of your body has become quieter, softer, and like a soft breeze through your conscious awareness. Any intention that you might have held at the beginning of this meditation, now that you have released any doubt, released any disconnected portions of your mind, reaffirming that intention to yourself here. If you're requesting healing of a specific body part, internal issue, holding pattern within yourself, allow this intention to reflect the specifics of the healing. Such as, I am perfectly healed, a vibrant channel of the divine life force. I am completely aligned with my body. Repeating it to yourself 3 times with courage, sincerity, and complete faith. And begin to go a little bit deeper into this practice. Relaxing your eyes still shut as we move through the rotation of physical consciousness. Beginning to see with your inner eye and feel the state of your sensation. Imagine, see, and feel a warm, glowing golden light being awakened in that area. See this light connecting all the parts of your body that you bring your consciousness to. Moving your awareness in sync with my voice as we connect the entire body in warm golden light. Feel and see now the warm golden light awakening in your right thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, small finger, the palm of the hand saturated in golden light, back of the hand, the wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, right side of the rib cage. Keep moving the golden light down the body, right thigh, knee, calf, ankle, top of the right foot, the sole of the right foot, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. Hold the entire right side of your body in the strong presence of warm golden light, melting like honey. Leave the right side and move to the left. Golden light awakening in the left hand, starting left thumb, left index finger, middle finger, ring finger, baby finger, palm of the hand filled with this warm golden light, back of the hand, the wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, armpit, shoulder, left side of the rib cage. Continue feeling this golden light. Left thigh, left knee, calf, ankle, top of the foot, sole of left foot, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, baby toe. Feeling and seeing the entire left side of your body come online. Seeing this golden light moving into your torso, connecting every single cell of your internal organs, heart, lungs, spine, nerves, muscles, all being touched by awareness. Conscious golden light. Moving up the central spine into the brain. Moving now into the forehead, right eyebrow, left eyebrow. Between the eyebrows, right eyeball, left eyeball. Right cheek, left cheek. Right ear, left ear. Right nostril, left nostril. Bridge of the nose, tip of the nose, upper lip, bottom lip, chin, the whole face, the teeth, the gums, the tongue, the right and the left sides of your brain. Your entire head now saturated with golden warm light. Bringing awareness to all the major parts, the arms, legs, front, back, entire body, illuminated, connected, without any disconnections in your awareness. Homogeneous awareness of your entire body. Warm golden light. Whole body awareness. Whole body awareness. Feel and see your entire body deeply woven into the energy of this golden light. Feel your whole body buzzing light without interruption or disconnection, seamlessly from top to bottom, within all areas, perfectly connected, perfectly glowing patterns of light. Feel the whole body communicating perfect and optimal health in a healing state, recalibrating to the large and intelligent field of nature. There is nothing that you need to do. Just staying aware, observe your body healing itself. Observing the breath. See the warm golden light as the breath moves and pulses through you. The natural breath is growing light, intensifying the light inside your body. The breath is not localized to the lungs. Feel every cell in your body breathing. Inhaling light up the spine. Exhale brings the light down, spine to coccyx. Now we are going to begin the rotation of consciousness, which is a little bit intense. So you will bring your awareness to opposite sensations that I cue to you. Awakening these will bring balance and homeostasis to the brain. Begin to feel yourself becoming very heavy. Feel every muscle, every bone, every joint heavy, sinking into the floor. Imagine that your body is filled with sand. The sand filling out to the edges and the corners of your body, adding weight to your fingers and toes, sinking deeper through the back of your skull, through your shoulders, through your hips, through your heels. Feel so heavy that you couldn't lift yourself from the floor if you tried. So heavy. Extreme heaviness, pinned to the earth by gravity. Now begin to feel lightness, 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 the body becoming weightless, like a feather. Every bone, every muscle, every joint begins to lighten and feel buoyant, as if you could float up off the floor. All the sand is pouring out and onto the floor. The boundaries of the physical body begin to dissolve and fade away as your inner space begins to merge with the space surrounding. Lightness, lightness, lightness. Now recall the feeling of heavy and light. Hold both these sensations at the same time in your awareness. There is enough room inside you for both these sensations to be held in a relaxed way, feeling very heavy and the ultimate lightness all at once. Now beginning to feel the body become very hot. Develop the manifestation of heat in and around the body. Imagine standing in the desert at midday in the blazing hot sun. Your throat is becoming dry and parched in the heat. You're breathing in intense heat. Each inhale of hot air increases the heat within your body. Develop the feeling of heat within the body from the head to the toes. Feel the experience with all of your senses. You're experiencing extreme heat. Now reversing this feeling and trying to feel cold, becoming aware of temperature below zero, dropping rapidly. Your whole body experiences the effects of the freezing cold wind blowing from a snow-covered glacier. A deep freeze descends upon you. Awaken a sense of intense cold. Feel your body starting to shiver. Now holding both these sensations, hot and cold, simultaneously. Feel both hot and cold together at this moment in time. One final one, beginning to feel a past experience of sickness. What did it feel like to be sick? And remember and tune into that low vibration of sickness. Next, beginning to think of a time when you were extremely healthy, your body and mind vibrant and rich. Let the sensation of total health and wellness expand throughout your body as you stay relaxed. Holding both now, the feelings of sickness and health together in a relaxed way. We're going to begin our final exercise, which is rapid visualization. And I'll be calling off numerous images. Try to stay as detached from the images themselves and just visualize them as you hear them spoken. Bright gold of the rising sun. Luminous light of the full moon. Green rainforest canopy. Turquoise glacier lake. Radiant pink of a sunset. Bright, healthy red blood. Thousands of purple wildflowers. A ruby red statue of Buddha. A burning candle. A Greek temple at sunrise. Peacock feather. Your own reflection in a mirror. A cross above a church. A white dove. A burning house. A raging mountain stream. your mother's face, Tibetan prayer flags blowing in the wind, 1,000-petaled lotus, 1,000-petaled lotus. Meaning to feel light entering the body through the crown of the head, plugging into the source. Feel clean, pure light filling up your entire body, sensing this high vibrational frequency. There's so much light inside your cells. Light is emanating from your body into the surrounding space. Continue to see and feel your body's amount of light growing and growing. Your body is now in alignment with love. Your body is full of vitality, health, and wellness. Beginning to recall your sankalpa once again. See and hear the words of your intention in the space of your mind, brow center. With full awareness, faith, and conviction, repeating it to yourself 3 times. Gently return to your breath. Comfortable, life-giving breath. Feel the bones in the body, the sensations of the surface, the temperature of the room, the sound of my voice. Feel the formation of the many curves and lines of your form. Experiencing your relaxed body, your physical existence, whole body awareness. Beginning to wiggle the fingers, the toes, maybe stretching the arms out to the sides. Our practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete. Just beginning to gently move the body, maybe first rolling over to the left. Taking a little spine twist if you like. When you're ready, making sure you do both sides, rolling over to the right, holding in your fetal position. Keeping your eyes closed, gently pressing up to your comfortable seat. Bringing the hands into prayer at the heart center when you're ready, taking your time, maintaining eyes closed. Rub your palms together, generate some warmth, some heat within the hands. And just lightly cupping the palms over the face, relaxing the facial muscles, preparing your eyes to open. And bringing your hands in prayer to the brow center, acknowledging your intention 3 final times with full devotion and sincerity. Thank you all so much for being here and sharing this day and this experience with me. It's the next best thing to being in ceremony with you. Namaste. I don't know how to unmute anybody.